João, let me welcome you to SO Coffee Roasters. In my opinion, one of the best coffee roasters in Portugal. Not only by the coffee beans and roasted back there, as they serve some of the best coffee beverages in Portugal. And because of such, Julia, dois cafés, por favor. You know that at Taste Porto we get people from around the world. Asking coffee has a lot of different ways to do it. Even in Portugal. In Porto we ask for a cimbalino, and in Lisboa, bica. And beer as well. Here we say fino, and in Lisboa they say imperial. Different words, same things, but someone in the middle has to know it all.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Connected systems. They're a mess. Like machines speak Modbus, cars speak CAN, payment systems have their own protocols. Every different technology has its own dialect. Eventually, you'll find one that speaks all of them. That's Language of Things from Coreflux. And I know a guy who runs on coffee probably more than you. He's been all over the world, he's seen every different protocol, he's tired of translating them. So he made his own. He has coffee in his blood. I'm gonna give him this.
Story of my life, always picking up the pieces. But this actually represents how companies have their own data. They think they have everything in one silo, but in the end, they have broken pieces of information. So companies have this information in pieces. So they are like this piece of this cup. So silos like machines, software, manufacturing execution systems, and even engines that are doing IoT connectivity. But in the end, everyone ends up creating another piece of the problem and not a real solution. What was the solution for that? We thought about it a lot, and actually it was already there. So even on the question, you can say that I was actually answering, because LoT, the language of things, was the thing that we found out that was able to translate everything. And that idea came to us when I was actually attending a class on the Faculdade de Letras in Porto, which they study language. And it was about Chomsky and the way that linguistic actually works. So we look at that into a perspective of an engineer, that a language was the thing that could actually aggregate everything into one common ground. And instead of having multiple pieces, we had a full cup, one cup. And how does this work? Let's dive in. First thing, let me open the base of our system, the first part, which is something that we wanted to integrate the language with humans. So we needed to have documentation. That is the first thing that was quite important. So a system, a very well documented system, it's something that you're able to maintain. And there are 4 pillars that we needed to actually fix, that usually an engine does. There needs to be a response to any given event of a data. We call it an action. Something needs to conform to a schema or a shape, we call it a model. And something needs to travel between systems, we need to connect devices, we call it a route. And if we need to control and secure and control the access of something, we call it a rule. So all those 4 components are written within the document, where we have normal tests, which usually is Markdown, and also our LoT. But you can find the same within our hub. So an action, it's something that it's triggering an event. It can work by time, on every 60 seconds, or by having a different topic that triggers that. A model is something that has acts as a schema. So you can imagine this as a row or a definition of a table or a JSON file, something that transforms into one single message. And a rule, it's something that either allows or denies access to a given command or even a topic publication. And we also have the routes. And in this case, I have something that connects from MQTT broker to another MQTT broker. In my back, I have a couple of devices that we are able to add, other types of routes. And in this case, we have them here that we are able to add. So we can add OT devices, databases, and so on. So imagine you have a plant with 3 different machines and all of them have different devices. And how can we, let's say, put this together in order to have something that is able to calculate, for instance, OEE, or even the number of parts that are produced. So I have a small demo here of the full system and the way we usually work with language of things. So you are able to describe the full system and you have, let's say, messages that are and actions that are standardized. So you kind of have something that is able to use the wildcards to define an action for, let's say, any given machine. So you can look at this as almost as a full application that you are able to upload. So looking at this route that we have here, it's all the machine signals that we are right now using. And on the other cases, I have OPC UA. So I'm going to run them all. Actually, I'm going to check out on the broker what we currently have. And now we have everything new. So this means that we have this code up and running. And we can even see, if we go to factory injector, we can even see the signals arriving and the parts going into the broker. And not only that, but also the calculations that we are doing, so the actions that we are running. I'm not going to go into detail what is happening, but the same dashboard right now, it's working because data is being transformed by the broker itself, and the calculations of the machine are based on the real scenarios that the machines have. So you can see the cycle time growing and also the number of parts that the machine is producing because the broker is doing the calculations because it has a full system internally. So instead of having machines that are disconnected to a centralized, like a single source of truth, we have something that is connecting everything and also aggregating and transforming all the information. So you end up having one system running, and the thing that really puts everything into one place, it's the language itself. So your events are worked by the actions, the data is aggregated using models, you also have the rules to control what is happening, and at the same time you're able to describe everything by using the routes, and everything is being packed by the language of things. So by doing this, we are translating from things to one system that everything is able to talk to each other, let's say, and that's the power of language of things. So I'm off, going to glue this cup in the basement. See ya.
You know, I love Hugo's philosophy about coffee, but the guy sleeps for 4 hours, I sleep for 8. So he's probably right. He writes the checks anyway. Yeah, but that's actual coffee, man.
It's really good coffee.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of?
No more spoilers. I'm not gonna take you to the best view of Porto from Porto. Let's go.
Yeah.